Hi, I'm Libby Gibson, Town Manager. Welcome to What's Going On in Town Government. We had a very long Selectmen's meeting last night, 3.5 hours. It was long.
Arduous.
It was a bit arduous from time to time. I have a small guest here. We'll introduce him later, not now, be quiet. We had a number of announcements. The health officer came in, Richard Ray, and he advised us of a new program that we are part of. It's a regional program where people in the community can bring in ticks to the health department, put them in an envelope, and they get mailed away to be tested. Our allotment for the testing is 100 ticks. You can also go online and get your own envelope, or I don't know if it's an envelope. I don't know if it's a special envelope or not, but you can go online and register your tick and send it in. It was really quite interesting. There will be more information on this on the town website, or call the health department for further information.
Can you use the ticks that are already stuck in you?
Yes.
Is that what they want?
Well, it was a little bit unclear because that question got asked. I think that is ideally what they want.
Yeah.
But I suppose there's nothing to prevent you from, if you just found a tick on you, to get it tested for curiosity reasons.
But then the government will have your DNA.
Well, that's a problem for some people. Anyway, we had that. Arbor Day is this weekend. Seedling giveaway at the landfill, Saturday and Sunday from 8 till noon. There's no selectmen's meeting next week. We have a lot of board, committee, and commission vacancies. My small guest is distracting me a tiny bit. What did you say? Am I supposed to speak up?
He's listening to you. He's being the
Be
camera.
louder? Okay. I'm not going to do that. We had a quarterly wastewater update from our consultants, Woodard and Curran. That will be posted on the website. We talked about the sewer project, which, by the way, is essentially done, or will be done in May. The only thing that's going to happen next fall is the streets are going to get, the affected streets will get a final paving. What you see now is a base course of paving, a binder course, and it's good for now, but the final paving will happen in the fall.
We're getting spoiled with the roads like this, you know.
I know. Well,
They're very nice.
They are very nice until you get to certain places out of town. And for my friends who live on Hummock Pond Road, the very bad pothole near Aurora Way should be at least temporarily fixed by today. And believe me, I know there are a lot of other potholes along that road. I've driven them 2 to 3 to 4 times a day myself, and there is a little bit of avoiding that you have to do. We'll get there. The paver is concentrated in the sewer project area at the moment and getting things ready for Daffodil Weekend. We will get there. Please be patient, and thank you for your patience. We had our auditor come in and give a little presentation about our fiscal 13 audit. That was very interesting, although it went on a little bit long. Everything's looking a lot better. We still have some improvements to make, but very, very much improved. That was good. The Coastal Management Plan Work Group chairman came in and gave a presentation on that group's final draft plan. That took a little while. There were some questions about it, and the board, I think, will be talking at a later time about implementing the recommendations of the plan. What else do we have? We had 2 HDC appeals, but fortunately for all of us, they were continued to May 7th. We had 2 other public hearings. One to establish rules and regulations for town-owned cemeteries. This has been an ongoing project for quite a while, and I commend the Cemetery Commission for getting it done, particularly, well, I don't want to single anybody out, but Alan Reinhardt, the chair, has been instrumental in getting these regs to fruition, and the other members as well, so thank you, everybody. Also, we had a public hearing to establish regulations for the use of town pier and mooring permits. Now, this got a little bit complicated because one of our problems is we have a bylaw and we have regulations, and they don't always entirely mesh because the bylaw is pretty old. It was established quite a while ago. So it needs to be sort of overhauled, and the regulations that the board was considering adopting really were meant to put in place practices that are already happening, or confirming the ones that aren't supposed to be happening. It got a little bit complicated with fees and use of moorings. I think it pretty well got straightened out at the end, and there was some public comment about them, and I think that public comment was taken into consideration, and some wording changes were made by the end of the meeting. And those regulations were adopted.
So does the town own the moorings, or
No.
the seabed that they sit on?
Correct.
Okay.
The town owns the property, and the mooring permit holder owns the actual mooring, or a mooring company.
I see. And then there's a fee that the town charges?
The town charges a fee.
Is this to increase fees? Or
No,
is it-
well, there was a bit of an increase, I think, but it was, I don't remember if there was a mooring permit increase. There were some increases with the use of the town pier commercial slips, I
Oh, I
believe.
see.
Yeah. Anyway, this is all going to be advertised in next week's paper, and they'll be effective there. We had 2014, fiscal year 2014, third quarter reports from 3 enterprise funds: the Island Home, the Sewer Enterprise Fund, and the Solid Waste Enterprise Fund. And we had a discussion about a proposed fast ferry shuttle, which is going to happen. We've been discussing this for a couple of months now. We have a very, well, how shall I describe him? A very dedicated and action-oriented citizen, Mark Snyder, who also owns Nantucket Hotel, who really pulled this thing together, along with Paul O'Leary, the NRTA administrator. Mark went out and gathered contributions for the shuttle service, which is expected to cost approximately $250,000. This will be a seasonal shuttle service. It will run from 2 Fairgrounds Road right downtown and back and forth between the fast ferries. Well, yeah, I guess between the fast ferries, between the High Line and the steamship. And it's meant to alleviate traffic. So you wouldn't have to drive your car down, either if you're picking somebody up or you're going on the boat or you're dropping somebody off. The idea is that instead of that, they could get on this shuttle, which would take you right downtown. So this is the first year. There's sure to be some bugs to be worked out. But it was a really good step in the right direction. So thank you very much to Mark. He really just ran with this thing.
Can you park your car there?
At 2 Fairgrounds Road?
Yeah.
Yes, you will be able to park your car there. We are working on improving the parking there, and the shuttle will wind its way through that parking lot between
Is there
2
a
and 4
charge for that?
Fairgrounds Road.
To charge? Is there a charge to park?
That's a good, no charge to park, no,
And is there a limit to how many days, do we know? How many days you can leave your car there?
Well, that's a good question too. We never really got into that. Right now, it's kind of unlimited. There would be overnight parking allowed. That we're just going to have to monitor all aspects of this thing and see what tweaks we might make going forward. But my small guest is disrupting things again. This is my show, mister. So anyway, that was really, really good. The other thing, though, that is goes hand in hand with the fast ferry shuttle is a ban on overnight parking more in the downtown area and immediate outskirts. The board scheduled last night a public hearing for May 28th to adopt regulations that would implement that ban, but they're going to have a lot of discussion about it before then. They do have a workshop, their May workshop, which is May 14th. At least one topic, maybe the only topic, is going to be parking. So lots of discussion about parking at that meeting.
Especially where the Stop and Shop is, right? Isn't that the major problem, where people park and leave their cars there?
Well, the Stop and Shop parking lot, of course, is not owned by the town. It's owned by others, private groups. But obviously, that's been a bit of a problem over the winter, hence the signs that went up. And I don't know what to say about that.
All right, so that's private, that doesn't, so what parking are,
We're talking about parking mostly in zones where it's timed parking.
like 2 hour?
But it's not.
hour.
But that timed parking is not in effect in the winter. So there are a lot of mostly contractor vehicles parking in those areas, and we've got a lot of complaints about it. And people who go off island, say even like sporting events and things, when you're going off island for the weekend for your sporting event, where are you going to park overnight? The board allowed overnight parking in the town lot. That was pretty successful, I think. But part of the problem for the last couple of years has been we've had a lot of projects going on in the downtown area. So people who might have normally parked, I'm not picking on a street, but say Whalers Lane, couldn't really park there, or at the yacht club. I mean, the yacht club sort of, I think, tacitly allows parking in the winter, or doesn't object anyway. And I'm not promoting that, but their lot wasn't really available. And there's been a lot of work on how buildings in the downtown over the past couple of winters, and the sewer project. So parking got very tricky over the past couple of years, which made the problem more noticeable. Anyway, Fast Ferry Shuttle to start, I believe it starts May 22nd, and there's going to be a marketing effort underway now, so there will be a lot more information coming out about this. Lastly, I gave the board a town administration activities update. I think I already mentioned we do not have a meeting next week, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Follow-up from the annual town meeting. Of course, this weekend, it's going to be, hopefully, very busy, the Daffodil weekend.
Sure.
And, okay, my little guest, you can come over here now and I'll ask you a question about something.
Come on.
Come on, mister. We don't have all day here.
That's right.
So, this is Harry.
Hi.
And you are on vacation this week, correct? What have you been doing? Homework? Extra credit homework?
No.
Because I know you probably are really into that.
No.
You're not? Are you into Xboxes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Are you? What's your favorite Xbox game?
Well, I don't have an Xbox, but I have a Wii U.
Oh, what's your favorite game on there?
Skylander Swap Force.
That sounds violent.
Not really.
Does it involve guns and shooting and killing people?
Yeah. Well, not people.
Oh, yeah, it's
but-
not violent then.
Well, not people, just monsters.
Oh, well, that's better. Okay, that's very good.
And
Is there
there's
anything?
this boxer guy named Night Shift, and he's awesome.
Okay, is there anything else you want to let my viewers know about?
Yeah.
Yes. What is that?
Do you live in Nantucket?
I do not know what that means.
Do you live on Nantucket?
Yeah.
Who?
You.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you think I live? Hyannis?
Yeah.
No, I live on Nantucket. Yes,
Okay.
correct. Okay, so you're a big Celtics fan?
Yeah.
What has happened to the Celtics?
They suck this year.
Well, that's not a great word, but I might have to agree with you on that. You should become a Bruins fan. The Bruins are doing great, knock on wood.
But they don't play on wood.
Yeah, but it's just an expression.
Oh.
Your dad will explain that to you later. Harry, thanks for joining me. I hope the rest of your vacation goes very well. Are you going to be parading on the Daffodil Parade this weekend? No? Really? No?
No.
You're not into daffodils?
No.
Really?
They make me sick.
They make you sick. Well, I don't know what to say to that. They make most people happy.
Not me.
Well, but what about the excitement and the old cars, the antique cars, and the parade? I'm sure there's going to be candy around.
That's the part that I like. The only part.
The only part that you like about Daffodil Weekend is the candy?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you, Harry. That was most interesting.
I know.
Daffodils make him sick. Gino, I don't know what to say.
that. I really don't. I'm not going to say anything.
record.
Yes, I know. Okay. I hope I don't have a laughing fit now. Thank you very much. See you next time.